It's always good to be home. Oh yeah. Woohoo. Take this off. Go. And take this off. Haha. Boys and girls, aloha. Welcome to my channel. This is Braddah Lee. Now, today I already did. But we are going on a bike journey to the East Bund of Shanghai. Now you may wonder, I've heard about the West Bund. What about the East Bund, right? So Shanghai is divided by the Huangpu River from roughly the northeastern part of Shanghai to the southwest part of Shanghai. To the west of it, to the west of the river, the Huangpu River, is called Puxi. Pu is coming from Huangpu River, and Xi is west, right? And to the east side of it is going to be Pudong. That's why it's the East Bund. Now, today we're going on a bike route from a little bit southern part of Shanghai and all the way to Lujiazui area, where the financial district is located, and also all the high rises, including the Oriental Pro Tower, the Bottle Opener Building, the Jingmao Tower, and the Shanghai Center, right? That's the tallest. Right over here, I'm looking at the data that I have recorded already, because I didn't start from the southern part of it. I actually start from home, and I bike all the way to the ferry point, right? The pier, ferry pier from the Pudong side, which is the harbor pier. Translated in Chinese would be Gangkou pier. I took a ferry and then to cross the river and to the eastern part of it. That is going to be the Sanling pier. And I start the journey from over there, right? I took the ferry over and, before that, I forgot to mention, sorry. From home to the ferry in Puxi side, it took me an hour to get there. The ferry itself is about 5-7 minutes. The wait can be from 10 to 15 minutes, depends on the schedule they run. Once we get to the other side of the river, on Pudong side, at the Sanling ferry, I actually went over to the southern wall, which is the end or start point, depends on where you're coming from. From over there, to finish the whole route, that's way past Lujiazui, it's 24.3 kilometers. But our journey today is actually going to be 20 kilometers close, starting from the south wall, or starting from Lujiazui if you start from over there, right? But our journey starts from south wall and all the way to Lujiazui. The whole journey, it's about 19.75 kilometers, close to 20. And my average speed was around 12 kilometers an hour. So it shouldn't, if you maintain the same pace, it shouldn't take you longer than 2 hours. However, I did stop by a couple points to take pictures, take video, record the video, had lunch, and explore a little bit on my own as well. So the trip may take you 3-4 hours, depends on how fast or how slow you want to go with it. I think it's worth the visit because you get to see the development of the city. Because in the beginning, you will pass by a couple of old factories along the Pudong side of it. Because back in the day, there's nothing over there. And then when China opens up a little bit more, there's a lot of factories, warehouses, right? And once you go through it, you see a lot more different things, new developments, some museums, residential area, business area, right? So it's quite nice to see. But on our way, to Lujiazui, I stopped by a couple of points I will share with you in the video, of course. There's a wetland park, there's a secret, well, it's not a secret to anybody, it's there, you can see it. A secret vantage point where you can see the hustle and bustle of the Huangpu River. And also at the end of it, you will also see the night view from across the river to see the old Shanghai, the Bund, what it looked like now, right? A lot of lights going on in the evening. It's quite nice to see. It's also the endpoint where you can find a lot of restaurants as well. So before we get into the trip itself, I want to mention a couple of things. First of all, is that if you're renting a bike from somewhere, please bring your helmet. I will say it again in the video because this is quite important. Safety comes first. I want you to have fun, of course, but it's better be safe than sorrow, right? Wait, it's called better be safe than sorry. There you go. Have the helmet. The share bikes doesn't come with the helmet itself, so but be safe if you are going to scan a QR and rent one. Just be safe and have fun. How's that? Now, let me say no more. Let's get to the video. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here we go. Behind me you can see is called the East Bund South Wall, if I translate it, and this is the southern end of this particular bike route. I think I will introduce a little bit more in the introduction before this, and I actually didn't have to come over here to show you this because I got off the ferry at a different stop that was about a kilometers away, and I ride all over here. Just want to show you this might be your start or maybe your end. Towards the end of it, maybe you see, maybe you won't see, is 23.4 kilometers, and the whole throughout the whole route there are actually 24 stations, which I'm going to show you as well, where you can rest, use the bathroom, get some water, right, and take a rest. There's an indoor shady area as well, and where you can park your bike. So it's pretty convenient, I would say, for any bikers who wants to not only see the bank, which is right along the river, but also behind the camera you will see the view of it on the east side of the Huangpu River. At the end of the route, I want to show you, perhaps maybe later towards the afternoon. I don't know how long it would take me to get to the end point. My expectation is go to Lujiazui area where all the high rises are, right? And right across the river from Lujiazui area, you can actually see the Bund area, where the old traditional bank buildings, insurance buildings that was built in the 1840s towards the 1930s as well, right? So hopefully we can see that towards the later part of this afternoon. I think according to my current rate, the speed, how fast I go, it's about 10 kilometers per hour. So the whole thing is 24, starting from over here towards the end, which is not the Lujiazui. It has to go over Lujiazui a little bit more. So I'm guessing 20. So in about 2 hours or so, I'm gonna get to Lujiazui. In between, I will again grab some lunch. Like last time. So perhaps I will show you the food, perhaps not, depends on what I choose to eat. Maybe I'll eat something quick and get on the bike again and keep on riding. Along the way, I will stop by and share with you more about this particular route, or maybe the buildings around it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And let's start from the southern wall and get all the way to Lujiazui area. How's that? And I think this will be a nice route actually for you if you're visiting and wants to be a little bit more active, and also, you know, go on to the unbeaten path, although these are all paved, right? Beaten in a sense. But I think less people would choose to come over here for tourists, for travelers wise, right? To go on this route and see Shanghai. I think this is a nice opportunity for you to see the old and new, what it was before, and how the city developed, right, to what we see Shanghai today, right? But very importantly, if you do actually rent a bike or get a what do you call a share bike, if you manage to do that, I would highly recommend you to get a helmet. And along the way, I will share with you, you know, some other safety measures, you know, to avoid, you know, just to be safe, you know, and have fun. That's the end goal of riding a bicycle, isn't it? All right, let's start the journey from over here, and I will bring you, me and my bicycle, Phoenix, is gonna bring you along the way and see the view and share with you more about maybe Shanghai. How's that? All right, stay with me and let's ride. So guys, I was so stupid. I totally ignore the dot dot dot, the white dot on the ground to indicate which direction people can ride on, and I went straight on and ignored or didn't see because I was hungry of that left turn, right? So I completely missed it. That's why I went on the street and had to go through that construction part of it. It actually would just come in here. If you make the left turn and then come around here to where I am right now, you don't have to go out at all. You can avoid all that construction. It's all in here. So far, so far. And also, I want to quickly mention about the lunch I had. It was called 拌粉,辣鸡肉拌粉. 拌粉 itself is, you can find it everywhere almost. But if you think of it, 粉 is rice noodles, so it's majority a southern Chinese thing because we grow a lot of rice in southern China, but whereas in northern China we have a lot of wheat flour, right? So I would assume that is a southern dish. Probably maybe Sichuan, maybe Guizhou, Yunnan. I don't know. It didn't say on that store front, right? So, but I went into the mall and had some quick lunch. Had the Coke as well. On the banfen itself, it has a little bit of dried soybean. That's why I would assume that is a Sichuan dish because they have a lot of that. A little bit of pickled daikon and lots of green onions and also cilantro as well, right? And spicy level, I choose a medium spicy, so it's not super spicy. So it's still doable. I won't have to go to the bathroom during the ride. That would be horrible, right? But I just want to quickly mention that that's what I had. And it's really affordable eating wise in China. And the place in Shanghai, I paid 30 RMB for that dish. That is 26 plus 4 for the Coke, can of Coke that I have. So it's pretty affordable, 30. Converted to US dollars, maybe we're talking about what? Less than 5 US dollars? Yeah, maybe 4.5-ish. It's no brainer. However, I do have something in my hand. It's called something else in my hand. It's called Yanzhong, Yan Qi Shui. Yanzhong is the brand of it. Yan Qi Shui is the name of it. This is a salty, minty soda pop, whatever you call it. It pops. And when it's really cold, it's really good. This is what a lot of locals will drink during hot summer. This is what people drink to get some salt in their body because they sweat a lot. And it's also kind of sweet as well. Some people like it, some people don't like it. I've had some Chinese friends who doesn't like the taste of it. So if you have a chance, go into the convenience store and grab one and give it a taste. It's a very Shanghainese soda, and it's a protected brand as well. So give it a try when you're here, right? Now we are on the track of the right route. So we're gonna continue the ride, and I am on my what do you call it? The GPS locator. I have done 6 kilometers for half an hour. Also, deducted the time that I went for lunch and actually go back and find the right route. Right. So yeah, let's continue and let's see what else is on the way to Lujiazui. All right. Well, cheers. Whoosh. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We are stopping here for a little bit, for a little break. But I just want to quickly show you, over there, there's a big chimney right there in the middle, right? That's the power station of art. If you are a fan of art, want to see some art exhibition, that's a good place to go. And right next to it, well, not really next to it, but in the view right here, in the background, there are a couple of high-rises over there. That's where we're gonna go as our final destination. That's the Lujiazui area where the high-rises are, and we will finish our bike tour today over there. And let me show you what's behind me over here. You've got a arena. That's the Mercedes-Benz arena. It's where a lot of the concert, international, domestic ones are happening. The last one, if I remember correctly, that was 2023 with Westlife performing over there. And then over here, this is the Expo area where you have the Chinese exhibition hall or building over there. This one, I'm not sure what it is, but I just want to quickly show you. This is a good spot for you to stop and get some water, stretch your legs, stretch your arms, stretch your back, and after a little rest, we can continue with our tour, okay? And it's, what do I have to say? I have nothing to say. That's it. All right, guys. As you can see, right behind me, that's where the Lujiazui is, where the Shanghai Tower, what else? Oriental Pearl, maybe you can see a little tiny needle coming out of it. The bottle opener, the Jinmao Tower, that's right behind me. That's where the Lujiazui is. We're gonna finish the bike tour over there. But because there might be a lot of people around that area, so I try to avoid it. And so whenever I get a chance to be able to see, from far away, to see all these beautiful human creations, I will come over here. You may wonder, where is this, right? This part of it, I believe it's called the East Bund, the Binjiang Walk, the riverbank walk, but specifically it's right next to the Modern Art Museum of Shanghai, Shanghai Yichang Meishuguan, Modern Art, the Museum of Modern Art Museum of Shanghai. Either way, if you search it, it will pop up and you know exactly where I'm talking about. Stopping over here, not only for me to really rest a little bit without thinking too much of what I should shoot or not, but also to come back over here to, recollect those memories I have had over here. I've shoot, I think maybe two, was it two or three? Two engagement shots right here, and it's a nice spot because the sunset will be going that way, right? You can see some nice silhouette of the buildings and have a really nice golden color on people's faces. But today, as you can see, it's kind of cloudy right now, so that won't be happening today. However, if you ever want to have a vantage point where you can see the different bridges in Shanghai, and of course the bustle and hustle of the waterway, this is a good point to come. It's a good place to come and to see before you head into the real hustle, bustle and hustle. Yeah, so I just want to quickly stop over here, come up here, drink some water. As you can see, well, you probably can't see, but there is nobody around here because there's nothing up here. But downstairs, there are many shops, and there are many eateries, restaurants. So you can drop by over here, maybe at night, have a glass of wine, have dinner, bring your dates over here if you bring your dates. Anywho, so yeah, this is what I want to share with you guys before we continue our journey and finish our tour right over there, right? So yeah, take a little break and we will continue. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is what I meant by a lot of people around this side of the town. When it gets closer to the high rises, there's so many people, even on the bike route. So if you do come to this side of the bike route, please be careful. Just ring your bell as often as you can. Go slow. Really, be careful. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived at our final destination. Right across the street, right across the river, you can see loads of different style of architecture. They are built from 1840s to 1930s, and they are the signature of the Bund in Shanghai. We are standing right across the river, and of course, we are on the newer side of Shanghai, where you have all these high rises right behind. Imagine where I'm standing right here. Before, it was all warehouses and shipyards, and beyond all that is rice paddy, right? And it's just amazing within the last 30, 20 years, and they made this into a brand new city, and hence that's why it's called the Pudong New District, right? So Pudong, Puxi, it's basically the west and east of Shanghai. Pudong is the east of the Huangpu River, whereas Puxi is west of the Huangpu River. So that's how you differentiate, you're from the west or from the east, right? So yeah, imagine long time ago, over here, there was basically nothing. Everything behind me, right? It's just land. It's amazing how fast the city is developing, right? But anywho, coming back to our bike tour, this is the end of it, and it's around 6 o'clock. I'm looking at my watch, 6:15-ish. I think I'm gonna eat around here and then maybe come back over here after the dinner and see if there's any light going on already for all the buildings right across the river, right? I think it'll be pretty to see. I may make it as a B-roll, but if I don't catch it, maybe I will do it next time. But for now, stay tuned, subscribe, and like. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.